Hello and welcome to Start the Beat with Sykes. My name is Sykes and this is my podcast. Before we get started, I just wanted to take a quick moment to thank everyone who checked out the last episode. If you're one of those people, I hope you enjoyed the conversation and thanks so much for coming back. But for everyone out there who's new to the show, welcome. Feel free to make yourselves at home. And as always, there's beer, soda, water, coffee in the fridge. Cheers to everyone out there on the internet today.
The last episode we did with you, number 289.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that in your notes?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's 131 episodes ago.
John,
Okay, cool.
So the last episode we did was going into the release of that album. So it was like right before we did the Indiegogo, and we were going into the single release and the beer release that we did with Dancing Gnome. And I think at that point, those songs were already a year or so old. But just with like the pandemic and everything just feels like our songwriting has just been like drag it and stretch it out. Like everything's so much more spread out than we might have wanted it. But I think that was like the start of kind of like us gelling of like, instead of just like the Phil songs or the John songs or like the, hey, let's sit down and like just make a song at practice. Like we're at that point where it's all kind of swirling together more. So like to promote it, I feel like you could hire somebody to like full time just sit there on a computer all day and just promote your album. But I mean, I haven't answered your question at all.
John pays himself to do it.
Well, okay, so
or his job pays him to do it.
We I mean, it's a lot of on the clock extracurricular. But no, I mean, it could be it's playing shows. It's going on Twitter and looking for people talking about punk on Spotify and just being like, "Hey, what's up?" Or
You're Reddit man.
yeah, like even like just going down a list of like 30 subreddits that are just like punk, pop punk, horror punk. Like even though we're not a horror punk band, like there might be one person that checks it out and they go, "Holy shit, I like this." It's weird because we're a punk band, but at the same time, I think it is a good thing that we have the harder songs, we have the poppier songs, so we can kind of branch off. Some dude emailed us and was like, "Hey, I found your sticker on a parking meter in Columbus. I Googled you guys and I love it." Like random stuff like that. I don't know. I think actually the question of how to market it is something that we're dealing with every day. And now that we're playing less shows and the way things have been, we're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I think
that was a long-winded answer.
I think that no matter what, unfortunately, it's always going to be like an unfortunately niche demographic of people that get it.
Oh, yeah.
But the people that get it are really going to get it. Mm-hmm. And it's hard to find those people all the time, though, because, like, I don't know. I consider myself one of those people that, like, I found this and I like you guys. And even if, like, we weren't friends, I'd still probably come see you every once in a while. I wouldn't come to every show. I got shit to do. But I'd come see you guys and I'd be stoked to come see you. But it's really hard for me to want to give a shit about anything new. Like, it just needs to be, like, put in front of my face for me to, like, engage with it anymore. Like, I don't go out of my way to listen to new music anymore. You know, I'm not, like, going through what's hot, what are the kids listening to. I don't ask my friends for music recommendations or movie recommendations.
It's harder and harder
I'm like out of
it. Really
but every once in a while I do hear something and I really fucking like it. So it's like, how do you get to those people? And I guess like really the best bet is just like playing shows or just making sure that your stuff's out there in like some sort of an obscure way.
Like just
going on podcasts helps too.
Yeah. Podcasts,
sure.
Like Discord servers, like songwriter. I've kind of, when we did that remix album, like 3 or 4 people on that remix album I just met online, and like that bumped up our listens and everything. Like I go on and check our Spotify stats. I don't know. Like, you got to experiment, try anything. I don't know.
I think that I think it's awesome that you give a shit about that stuff. I wish I did. I don't. And it shows. Honestly, it shows. Like, I just don't fucking care. Like, I want people to listen to stuff, but like the whole idea of like checking like statistics or like learning algorithms. And it's like, I just don't give a fuck. But I know I should.
I didn't. I wish I didn't.
Zach.
I'm glad that you do.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's.
Zach, let's talk about statistics.
Yeah.
You seem like a statistical human being.
Am I? Do I?
I mean, you're like an engineer.
You
or
build
whatever, so-
hospitals.
I don't.
He's a scientist.
Okay,
count light
statistics.
bulbs.
What's up?
You count light bulbs at hospitals.